Yeah, so hopefully, if I'm well enough, I'll be spending even more time in Birmingham. And look, I have well, it's kind of I guess, by the way, it's very cold. In case you're wondering if I'm hiding from Zamasu or just trying out a new fashion style. Well, I like hoods anyway. It's so nice sleeping in a hood. I just remembered that's the other day, even though I was not sleeping in a hood, I was just thinking, I don't know, maybe I was feeling tired while I was sleeping in my hood. I mean, it's almost a built-in cushion. It's so, because when you're in, I don't know if you have uh any kind of physical or psychological problems, but any kind of issues you have, there's all the psychological, neurological, it's hard to get to sleep, and then there's like the physical as well, when not just when your bones hurt and stuff, and like I keep laying on my shoulder, which makes it even worse. I just can't stop doing it. So I'm squashing my shoulder, so you sometimes wish you could like take your arm off when you go to sleep, so your arm's not in the way. It's like so inconvenient. I never realised until I think the last few years how inconvenient having arms are while you are sleeping. It's like, how do you find the right position to sleep? It's like no one can find it. No one alive knows how to sleep. It's like we were not supposed to sleep. We were just maybe supposed to sleep standing up. But sometimes another body part is the ears. So like, I don't know, maybe it's just me getting I don't know if restless is the right word, or just fidgety. But ears are so inconvenient while you're sleeping. They're so I don't know, they just get in the way, and I never realised that until more recently, I think. Or maybe it was always a problem, I don't know. It's like it's like Transformers. When you're going to sleep, you need to be able to do something with your arms. You need to be able to transform into vehicle mode, because when you're in robot mode while trying to sleep, it just doesn't work. You need a vehicle mode, like a transformer, because it just doesn't work when you're trying to sleep. And yeah, it's always funny looking at pictures as well, isn't it, of people going through the same thing, where everyone's spread eagle. Some people are their arms over a pillow, you can lay on your back. There's people laying on their front. See, people tell me don't lay on your front, and I can kind of see why now, but then they say don't lay on your back either, and I can't lay on my side, even though when I'm sleeping I do, because that damages my shoulder even more. So where can you sleep? How can you sleep? I think you should like sleep in a hammock maybe, or something. I don't know. We need better bedding, I guess, for humans. It's so I don't know. It's not changed much in the last 50 to 100 years maybe. Only more recently with those those what are they called? Those comforts, those things that they're made of something that molds to your shape or something. I don't know, some high-end stuff. So aside from those, it's just like a slab of mattress to lay on, and I guess it's also the right elevate. I'm aware this is completely off track from how I started this video, but that's how it normally ends up, and I don't know, I just enjoy going off track. I've no idea what I was on about at the beginning of this video, so you'll have to remind me. I'm sure it's something very boring or something very interesting, one of those two extremes. So I guess someone's texting me. I guess you can guess that. Oh, hello. A WhatsApp, actually, I should say. I guess it's the elevation of your pillow as well, and the ratio between your mattress and the pillow. But anyway, so it's so hard to find out how to sleep. How do you sleep? They've got people called the fetus position, the curled up baby-like position. There's the so people say don't lay on your back. Laying on my back. See, I start laying on my back, that's how it starts. And then there's just such an innate urge to turn to your side, and then I squash my shoulder or something. So I need to be like strapped down while I'm sleeping, but that would make me panic, obviously. So I don't know how you sleep. It's just that suddenly I think it's always a problem for all kinds of humans. I think whatever, however healthy or unhealthy you perceive yourself to be, I think it's just sometimes you do not focus on it because you're distracted by other stuff. So I'm thinking, how on earth do you sleep? Because if you sleep on your front, obviously your breathing is restricted and all sorts, and but apparently if you sleep on your back, it's the same kind of thing. So how do you sleep? So sometimes if you're sort of hugging your pillow, but then after you get pins and needles if you do that for a continuous amount of time. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just like I was saying earlier. It's like you should be able to what's that guy, Mr. Potato Man? No, Mr. Spudhead or something. I don't know. The guy from Toy Story. You know those kind of toys you have as a child where you can attach the limbs. I swear his name's Spudhead, but Mr. Potato Man, Mr. Potato Guy. I don't know. I remember once as a child I had an actual potato and used to be poking a fork in. No, it was a long time ago. I have no idea what I was doing. I guess I was trying to make hands before I make my own potato. The budget, the working class version of Mr. Potato. Although I guess he was pretty working class, don't I? But anyway, you attach limbs and the whatever. In modern dolls, it's the same. I think often you can break legs and hands, and sometimes you can customize. So if only we could do that. That's while we're sleeping, because it's so inconvenient having arms while you're sleeping. Maybe it's just me, but it's so easy to get pins and needles, and so I don't know how to find the right position. I think I really need a special type of mattress and a certain kind of pillow, I guess, because it's. I guess you need something to complement how you sleep. If you're restless, if you keep waking up and so on. Because it's so strange, it's just so weird. I just remember that somebody was messaging me on WhatsApp. I left them a year ago, I think. No, it's about 5 minutes ago, wasn't it? I've been filming for 8 minutes and 34 seconds. Her name is Letty, a new friend. Oh, I've got alerts from IQ Options trying to interrupt my filming. So what was I talking about? Oh, go away, please. There's like 10 notifications of the same well, there was only 4 of the same notification. There are 3 extra copies. So what was I talking about at this? Oh that lady, I remember now. So I've been. She actually cheered me up because I've been feeling quite run down still again, and I've not been. I wasn't going to do any filming today, but I just wanted to say it when it was in my head, and so she rang me about some. It wasn't a scam, I don't think. She said she was genuine. I think I have a number as well. I can research. She was an 012. Well, we always keep saying O, don't we? 0 or 0121 number. She rang me from about some application I installed. I can't remember. This was like a year ago or something. There were, I guess, side jobs or something to help me support my projects anytime. It's good to keep investigating different excuse me while I investigate different options as well. To keep you, keep your dreams alive and your projects. So I was working, doing my everything I was doing, as well as keeping the door open to try and keep my income going, to keep my projects alive, keep so I guess I installed the app, said see if there was anything extra that would help, and I guess there wasn't, so I completely forgot about it. She laughed when I said, oh yeah, I recognise your app because somebody rang about a month, I don't know, a few weeks ago or something. I said, oh, I recognise it, yeah, someone rang me before. It was a long time ago when I signed up, like a year ago, and she was like, oh, right, well, really? But anyway, she was so friendly, you know, you can't train that kind of voice. She was so like genuinely friendly, and you know, so it's one of those situations where you know, I don't know. Some people say it's you know, British politeness, British whatever, etiquette or whatever. But I think it's also individuals. She sounded so nice. I don't know if she was from Birmingham. I don't think I detected a Birmingham accent. She said the job. I think she said it was a cleaning job in Birmingham or something. And I think for you know, public cleaning jobs, you need certain kind of certificates, and I would not have I don't have them now as far as I know. So as I was saying, I think you've got the wrong details. But oh gosh, I'm just looking at my trades on plus 500. Yeah, so I was I'm just going to ignore it and wait for it to recover. It's going to catch just about £8 negative equity, but I'm confident it will recover in about maybe half an hour. It's 5:15 p.m. 14th of February 2018 for the historical record. So yeah, she was so I said, yeah, no, I think got the wrong end of the stick, and I'm not qualified formally or whatever. I mean, you know, that's, you know, because that's what society, that part. I mean, we can challenge that, but I mean, you know, if you want to say you don't need to be qualified, then, you know, I can investigate. But I mean, I think the government might have something to say. So for, you know, in terms of at the moment, you'd have to take that up with the government, because as far as I know, I don't have the qualification. So unless there's some government thing that says you don't have to be qualified as a cleaner, then okay, maybe. But you know, so anyway, and I wanted to get in first, you know, so I didn't feel she did not feel her time was being wasted. And no, I'm sorry, this is completely inappropriate. But you know, like when you have those polite, it's like, I guess you might describe it as cute. It was so polite. And she was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, don't you dare apologise. It was me. You found my you didn't do anything wrong. You found my details on some database." And she said to me, maybe they, because I said I relayed my story about that I asked them to close my account when they rang a couple of weeks ago or something. This, I don't know, some application I was trying out on Android. I guess in part to review for my channel, but YouTube channel. She said no, maybe they did, but you will still show up on searches. That almost sounded like forever. I hope she meant it was just a delay, because yeah. So but anyway, so that was odd. So she was so she was so polite. She said I forget her name, but she reminded me of a friend. She had such a cheerful yeah, and as soon as she opened, she didn't speak. I said hello like twice, and no one answered. I went to get my camera so I could record the phone call. Unfortunately, I did not get to, but I made ready. So we moved the phone from my ear while I went to and record or load my camera. And while it's still loading, I put my ear to the camera and said hello again, and she answers off. So I got distracted by the call, and it's quite a short call, I guess. But well, we can check. We have the technology. We can check. So that was one hour ago already. No, it wasn't. Oh no, I'm ringing her. Oh no, I accidentally rang her. I meant to check on more how do you check more details? Oh no, I rang her. Oh no, you know, there's normally a way to check more details. Ah, there it is. Okay. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Wow, that was like 3:52 p.m. Okay. Wow, time flies quickly when you're having fun. 1 minute and 20 seconds. So she so she rang, and I forget the name of a company. I asked her to repeat it because I got confused, and so I'm not sure if it actually was the application from Android she was coming from, but it sounded like, so I think somebody rang before, and she said, oh, that's okay, not, I'm sorry to disturb you, and I was like, no, yeah, so you get in those cute situations where you're so innocently and naturally falling over each other to apologise. She's like, no, oh, I'm so sorry, and it's like, when you get caught off guard, I mean, because she sounded nice and patient and stuff, so I knew she was going to be quite understanding. But so I thought, oh, she might say, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what in some natural nice way, but she was just so enthusiastic it caught me off guard, and she was like, no, I felt so bad I felt so bad that I've wasted 1 minute and 20 seconds of her time. I was like, no, this feels so cruel and horrible that she thought I could join her company and help her out, and I'd let her down most terribly. I had deceived her without meaning to. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully they'll remove my details. So they seem to have me. I guess maybe I ticked the wrong option. Maybe it's my fault. There's some application I uninstalled it a long time ago, but I guess I didn't close my account. But somebody said that they would close it for me. But yeah. So yeah, maybe it's my fault. I think I might have ticked something like chef. I think if it's the application I'm thinking of, they said something like chef, leaflet deliveries, random stuff, and maybe I ticked them interesting at the wrong option or something. So it might be my fault directly. But she was so understanding, and it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It was just a nice call. Hearing her so cheerful and so then you both are so you both are so fiercely polite, and but so fiercely, so boldly polite. You're no, it's fine, no, not at all. And that's clash of innocence when two sides are so innocent and understanding and forgiving or whatever. It was nice. So yeah, that was today's phone call. So it's lasted 1 minute and 21 seconds. Apparently, it seemed. I guess in some ways it seemed shorter, some ways longer. Yeah. So that was the meat of it. But really, all she said was, I would like to talk to you about my company. And so then, oh no, I'm fine. I felt bad, of course. Oh no, I don't need a job. I'm fine. I'm busy. And so I said, oh yeah, they were supposed to take my details off like a few years ago, I think. And she was like, oh, yeah, maybe they did, but you'll still come up in searches. So yeah, apparently that's lasted for 1 minute and 21 seconds. That's quite a long time when you think about it. I guess because she didn't answer for about 5-10 seconds, so maybe that would add a bit on. So anyway, so that was just on my mind, because it was so random and. So yeah, I'm resting. So I kind of have a day off today, but it's hard to explain. But when it's never a day off, and I don't know how to explain. I don't know whether you would people compared to being a parent, you never have a day off or something, or however you see it. But the point being, when you take things seriously, you never have a day off because it's not a job. Like, excuse me, it's not a job. It's something in your mind. It's your mindset, your character, like all the passions and the things we do. We never have a day off, and that gets very tiring, of course. In that you have invested so emotionally, so it is very hard, but it's also very good. It helps you grow, helps you and do something, lead a purposeful life, and so it's hard, but it's just the way we are built, or the way we've grown. So although as I was saying, I was kind of relaxing, having a day off, but there's always things in your mind. It's hard to actually switch off. So I was just making this video because as I was getting that phone call, I was noticing how it's 1 minute and 21 seconds, but it was quite cheerful, and I don't know. It's nice having that outside that world from that contact from the outside world. So it's nice having something in each, trying to find something in each day. So I just thought I'd make a video to share with you. It just naturally came to mind, because it was a random surprise, and people don't I mean, I don't know about herself, but sometimes some people don't realise that the impact that something can make, particularly bad things can stick with you for, well, in my case, I know personally, things can stick with you for decades and longer, and bad memories and struggles and stuff, but and tragedies, but the good side, there's also good things that people might not realise, like she was just ringing me to ask if I was available to help her with some job, but it was on the one hand there's the absence of anything negative. So I mean, it depends what kind of life you've had, I guess, what you can take from things. But for me, just been having such a difficult starting life, some people might not notice if something is like neutral or positive, but as in they just see it's either positive or neutral. They don't focus on the absence of negative. But to me, the absence of negative is already something so impressive. If you have a pleasant phone call, particularly when you're feeling anxious, of course, and you're kind of predisposed to assume something bad and awkward is going to happen. So the absence of a negative phone call, in this case, as it's a phone call, the absence of negativity is quite striking and sometimes overwhelming. But there was also the presence of positivity. So it was very nice to talk to her. She's a human being and she was very pleasant. She just came to talk to me about something random. Whether or not she's doesn't mean she's heartless, and she doesn't give a damn. The complete opposite. She sounded quite sincere and nice. But obviously she wasn't a part of a random service to ring people up and cheer them up. That's a very good idea, a service we should have, by the way. That's a very good idea. She wasn't a part of such a hypothetical service, ringing people up. She found my number through some sort of directory, so that was her focus. But whatever you're doing, whether you're recruiting people, whether you're doing something else, you can have a positive and or negative additional factor. And she had a positive impact for what. So that was very good. That I checked the time. So in case you're in any doubt about how long it takes, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds, and after the first few seconds, I felt quite at ease. So she had one of those voices, you could clearly hear her cheerfulness and sincerity, and the way she was conducting herself. So it's a very, very good inspiration. Reminds me to check myself against her when I'm ringing volunteers and stuff. I think the best idea would be to ask volunteers how they feel. Do they feel relaxed and whatever? Do they feel well listened to and appreciated? So that was a very good. So it was 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I somehow turned that into a 25 minutes and 24 second video. Only I can do that, apparently. So 1 minute and 20 seconds, but you could talk all day about it, so that's okay. So it's a very nice thing, and I don't know how long this video will be when I edit it or whenever I'll get to upload it. I guess I'll try and upload it today, maybe. If Movie Maker can behave, I might have some dinner soon. It's freezing cold. It's probably going to snow again. There's been so much snow this year. This year has been so full of snow. I need to go and check something. The girl from WhatsApp never got. Oops, oh crap. If the girl from WhatsApp never got back to me, I think she's giving birth. No, she's not giving birth. She's either on holiday or giving birth. But anyway, profit, £2.61. £2.95 loss on Bitcoin. Palladium I sometimes bet on, but try to stick to UK 100, copper, platinum, and stuff like that. So I've actually done okay on trading today. I've been getting back into my Prime, my groove. I've made about I think it's about £20 today roughly. So that's not bad on top of my income. The only thing is I soon have to start paying tax on it. I think it's like I think the threshold is quite high for, I think it's capital gains tax it comes under when you're doing markets trading. So I think I'm okay for quite a while. So yeah. That's actually pretty high, because how some people may do it as their only source of income. So not to neglect that completely, but just to ignore it, focus on the opposite from it. People who have other jobs and sources of income, such as myself, is kind of bonus and such. They lowered their threshold to 10. I don't know. I think it's about 15,000. So I've got a long way to go before I'd have to pay tax. If they lowered it to say 10 or 5, maybe people would complain about 5, but maybe 10. Because I'd be happy to pay tax at that point. And soon, of course, if I could afford. But the point being, I know some people make a living from market trading. Again, say there's risks in all sorts of things. You could get laid off in, so-called regular jobs and so on. But market trading is so risky. Making that your income, that's very, very dangerous. Very, you can't predict. You can't. And getting into a I keep giving the hiccups for no reason. I think I was born having hiccups. I really do. So what was I on about? So I mean, market trading is so So take my example, because you always make losses at some point. But overall, I've been doing okay. Thankfully, that I've made more profits overall from market trading, and that's really great, because I've been able to invest that in my projects and stuff that are very dear and important to me. So I can see it's very great and work hard on it. But the I don't like the idea that someone's would have their only source of market trading, their only source of income from market trading. Whether they're living by themselves, they've got children, whatever their situation. It sounds so risky, because for a start, if you think about the psychology, they would obviously have pressure on themselves to earn a certain amount, and our open trade 9 a.m. because I've got bills to pay, I've got children to feed. So you've got there's a structure to it. Whereas when I do market trading, because obviously I have income coming from about 12 different places, it's bonus money from savings and stuff. So it's very slow. That's how I profit. It's very I don't, if I have any doubt, I think no, this is kind of and obviously you can still make losses, but this is how I've minimised my losses. I think I'm not confident getting into this trade. There's no pressure, because this money isn't being used to pay bills. So I'm not going to make myself homeless or anything. I'm very clear about how much money I invest and what I invest in and so on. So and you can't plan whether or not you're going to make a loss or profit. So it's still risky, but I've minimised risks greatly to the point where I'm, most of my trades are profitable. But I just can't imagine having that, that pressure. That would ruin you, because you would have to think, I need to make a certain amount of trades, even if you up the stake, so it's less trades but more stake. That's still more money involved. Even if you have loads of savings, if you have loads of savings, you'd wonder why you're doing market trading, because I don't know. I know people have different ideas, but for me, market trading is fun to do. Of course, there's a fun. It's like some sort of lottery almost, and there's some sort of skill, but there's also chance for want of a better word. So you're not greedy. As soon as I've like today, I've earned. I just did a bit. I hadn't done any for. I did some yesterday, but before that, I think it was about a month or more since I've done any market trading. Once I've got my boosted my savings, that's it. I cut it off, no more for that month, if not longer. So it's it's a bit like because there is a gambling aspect to it, but I think the gambling mindset is what you need to make sure you don't have. It's like I was doing Euro billions the other day on Lotto Land, I think it was, and I was testing. So this is different because I was proving a point. I actually won about £20, but obviously you know why they can actually give you £20. Well, for a start, each ticket cost about £2, and they know probably, I imagine it's as high as 90 or at least 80-70% of people win £20 or foolishly reinvest that into the game instead of walking away. They'll invest and lose everything. So I did that, but as part of obviously part of the video to show you I was trying to understand the odds because on Lotto Land it's very curious. There's like there's these 5p tickets, and you win almost every time, but obviously like pennies. So sometimes you get back the price of the ticket, sometimes nothing, and supposedly you sometimes win more. The Euro Millions you win, I think, is about £1. I don't know, every third ticket, just based on the odds I'm doing it. You can't guarantee, but just the odds, just the tickets I pulled, and I managed to hit the £20 jackpot, I think twice or three times even. And so I was showing, trying to show you how you shouldn't have the gambler's mindset, because they try to rope you in so you may win £1 billion, but you've just won £20. You're £20 richer. Don't invest it. Don't invest in anything. You have to know when to quit. So I think it was about. I think it took about 10 games and eventually, or 20 games, eventually it disappears. I'm hoping that will put people off from doing scratch cards if you have a certain mindset. If you're going to do scratch cards, if you're going to do market trading. I like how this video has gone completely off track again, but it's good to talk about different things. I like doing this. If you're going to do market trading, they've got fruit machines and stuff. They all have an aspect of gambling. My advice is to, when you've got something, walk away with it, and also remember a smaller loss is better than a bigger loss. So I see some people get carried away, say they've spent £20, then they think, well, I have to get £20 back. But take a look at your watch, take a look at your bank, think, okay, you've got £5 back, that means you've only lost £15, and if you spend more you could end up losing more again. So a smaller, sometimes we have to do that in market trading. When I see probably happy now, here we go. See, I've got £8.84 profit on palladium, and £3.42 on Bitcoin. If you can see, it's so dark. So green is positive, red is negative. Whoops. £3.44, you could think, well, you might as well wait for that to recover. Yeah, sometimes you're feeling tired and you won't be able to keep a watch on the trade, and you've got no stop loss in play. It'd be extremely wise. It wouldn't be foolish. It'd be extremely wise to say, okay, £3.44 loss. I'm going to close that. Now, I have to say, in market trading, you have to expect a loss at some point of your trade, except for very rare times where you can profit, like almost immediately, or it never goes back down until the time you decide to cash out, close your trade rather. So £3.44. That's why I've left it open, because obviously any loss, a penny loss, is bad to me. I take all loss seriously. So see that £8.94 profit, I'm going to close that now. That's I'm more than happy with that. That's a very nice bonus. And see, I've just got £3.22, £3.22, £3.20. was it? Oh, that's Bitcoin. I think it was Palladium earlier on was at a loss of £50, and obviously, so you can see the psychology. For me personally, if I had been present when it was going in that direction, I probably would have closed. Thankfully, it turned out okay, and I even managed to profit. But so it's all about you knowing. So even though I could have missed out on a profit, you got to think. Well, hang on, 50. I think I had about £200 in my account at the time. Oh, hang on. That I because I deposited £100, so I'd already made £100 profit. That's already cruel to gone. It could end up in 100. It could end up even wiping out everything. So you have to know. You have to know. You have to be. You have to be proactive, I think, is the word. I mean, every cent. Really rack your brains and think. Well, hang on. Okay, this is a £3. This is a £3.44. That could turn into £6. That could turn £10, and £3 bad. Any loss is bad. So you have to be proactive. You have to avoid the gambling mindset, and just take it and leave it. That's what I do. Just take something and leave the game. I've got Bitcoin open at the moment. £2.70. Bitcoin minus £2.74. It's slowly going up again. I just you need to know to you need to know when to walk away. So scratch cards, all sorts. They're knowing. Obviously, market trading is different because they can try to exploit mindsets, and I dare say some companies do, but and one of the I do IQ options now and again. That's more binary options. One of the things that I hate, I get these adverts on some of these Android applications I'm doing, and they always show this guy profiting. I don't know what he's betting on, but they show him pressing the button, and it really is that symbol. That's how dangerous it is. Just one button, and you're betting money. And although I think there is an option to where it will double check. I think there's I don't know. I think I must have some sort of one click thing. I think there may be a more stricter option. I'm not sure, but anyway, he's profiting one click, so he's obviously got the one click option on, and they always show him profiting. I think that kind of should be illegal. It should or at least they should be made to fund two adverts, one which shows someone profiting and one which shows someone making a loss. So I know you might think it's obvious. People can infer that you can make a loss as easily as you can make a win, but it's still psychological pressure trying to get people to gamble, because obviously they want people to sign up to their website. They want people to sign up to IQ options. So I think there should be a law making sure that or at least investigate doing such a thing, because I think it's bad practice trying people making a win. I know you'll say, some people might say, well, why is a business going to fund that? But that's the whole point, really. It's, because we do have tighter gambling controls now, but it also varies because there's, I may have it the wrong way around, so you'll have to research, but it varies by country. In the United Kingdom, I think it's the case that spread betting counts as gambling, whereas market trading, the other kind, I don't know how you'd summarise it, but where it's not spread betting, where it's just like plus 500, the company, it's CFDs, commodities, indices, all of that, which you can also do on spread betting. That's why it gets confusing. I'm starting to get confused myself, but that the latter is not gambling, where spread betting is gambling. So if you're on SpreadX, who do spread betting, I think it's something like your earnings are always tax free. I may be wrong, but because it's classed as gambling, whereas the market trading we do is classed as not gambling, even though it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm a bit confused, really. I'm not really sure what's going on there. There's definitely a gambling element. There is in everything, of course, but you are putting up your savings and stuff. But there is also strategy. You can minimise. It's like when you buy shares. the traditional long time. Say you invest in shares in Amazon or Facebook, whoever, or my company. If you'd like to. No, we're not. I think you have to float your shares. It's called. We can't do that. I think you have to earn a certain amount of money or something. I don't know, some gibberish. So when you buy shares in company, it's like that. It goes up and down over time. Except it's much faster paced. Sometimes you're closing trades at the same day you open. Sometimes a week later. Sometimes a few days later. It's just much faster paced than the old style method that some people still do of buying bonds and shares. And you check up on them 5 years later, and you have your fingers crossed. Did you get better? And have you made profit or not, or shares in another company? And that's still a good way, that's still good to investigate. It's just I've not really got into that so much, but maybe I will sometime. So yeah, I'm going to go and have some dinner, and I hope you enjoyed this rambling. Yeah, I can feel my stomach growling. I need to get some food in this body.